Yankees lose. And they get fucking swept by the Toronto Blue Jays. See, I wasn't even going to get really mad until, whatever. If they would have lost 4-2, whatever. But the fact that we punted a game, and I understand. Hey, the pen is being used, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But you have guys out there that are usable, okay? You have guys out there that you could be able to use today, and you did not use them. You put out Heaney in a 2-run game, and you made that game a 2-run game, and you put it out of reach. This guy does not deserve to be on the team. Cashman needs to be in front of the podium tonight, talking to somebody. He needs to tell us, the fans, and everybody, why the fuck he continues to give Aaron Boone this tool. Why? Why is he on the team? I don't want Heaney on the team. The offense was gone today. Hit into double plays whenever we got rallies. That shit is crazy. Rizzo hits a 2-run homer to tie the game and all that stuff, and immediately we give it up in the next inning. Poor Nestor. My man is pissed off, and he's slamming his glove on the floor because he gave up 2 runs. He's frustrated because he gave up 2 runs because his offense isn't doing shit. And to add insult to injury, the Yankees homer back-to-back at the end. Gary hits a homer, great for him. Luke Voigt hits a homer. Oh, man, God forbid he plays. Good for him. Hey, I don't know. It could have been a 2. It could have been tied. The closer would have went in. I don't know. Listen, I can't believe the Yankees punted on a 2-run fucking game at home. I don't know what's going on with this team. Figure it out. I don't. Keep your pinch rate strong. Say pinch rate strong. Let's go, Yankees.
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea that why this is going on, how this is going on, how they're playing so poorly, how they look like the Walking Dead. I don't get it. So following a 13-game winning streak, they're now 2-9. They have now lost the top spot in the wild card. That belongs to the Red Sox. And they're 1 game in the loss column ahead of the Blue Jays. So they have allowed the Blue Jays to rise from the dead. All they had to do is split these 4 games, and the Blue Jays would have a really tough time of it. So even if the Blue Jays lose tonight against the Yankees and Nestor Cortez, they're 2 out with 22 to go. They're in good shape, and they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, with a pretty easy schedule.
Easy schedule and an outstanding starting 5. No question marks in their starting 5. The Yankees might get swept if they lose tonight. They will get swept, and they didn't face Robbie Ray, who's the best of the 5. So it's incredible what I'm watching. The Yankees got 1 extra base hit yesterday, and that was Brett Gardner's 3-run home run that tied the game at 3. And you just felt at that point, well, here's the launching pad. Here's the thing that will catapult them back to normalcy. And again, it was like running underwater after that. They're hitting .206 in these 11 games. 4.82 ERA. They're scoring 3.3 runs per game. And Aaron Judge had an 0 for 22 snapped with an infield single. It was a legitimate single, knocked down by Simeon behind the bag. But if Guerrero comes up with a scoop, Aaron is out. But he was rightfully given a hit. But the only guy who got a big hit for them, the only guy, was a 38-year-old. He's the only guy that had any connection to Derek Jeter. And he hit the 3-run home run to tie the game at 3. But I don't know what to tell you. And for everybody that kept calling in, Don and Peter, why isn't Luis Heel up? Why isn't Luis Heel up? Why are they keeping Luis Heel in the minors? Maybe they just know a little bit more than we do. Maybe the guy's not able to consistently throw strikes. He walked 7 guys in 3 1/3 innings. Maybe that's why they kept him down. He's got great stuff. I'm not going to deny that. Electric stuff. And when he hits it over the plate, he's near unhittable. But he doesn't get over the plate a lot. I think he was 11th in the minor leagues in walk percentage. He walks 12.5% of the guys that he faces. So that's his problem. He has not gotten a consistent arm slot. So that's why they didn't bring him up. Not because they were trying to hurt anybody or because they were trying to spite the fans. Yeah, he had 15 in the third scoreless innings, but even during those scoreless innings, he worked out of a lot of jams around walks. So he left the game yesterday in the fourth inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. And it just wasn't good, or one out. So the Yankees lose again. Don, again, I wish I could tell you what's happening. I do believe they'll break out of it. They've been a streaky team, and right now they're in a really, really, really bad streak. So you would assume that coming up around the bend is going to be a good streak. But I'll tell you one thing. This weekend, Yankees-Mets, both of these teams desperately need these games.
No, it's going to be a huge, huge weekend for both teams, and we'll get into what happened to the Mets last night. But staying focused on the Yankees, yeah, they may get hot again, Michael, probably only to get cold again, because that's the only thing that's been consistent about this team has been their inconsistency. You just hope the hot streak lasts long enough for either A, them to get into the playoffs, or B, make a run once they get there. But I haven't heard this talked about, and, I was flipping back and forth between the Mets and the Yankees, and I don't know if you brought it up. What's up with this team at home? I mean, they're only 7 games above 500 at home. The large percentage of the games that they won in the 13-game winning streak were on the road. The exception were the Twins, who they always beat, and then that 3-game sweep of the Red Sox. So what's going on with this team at home? And what does that mean? Is it just coincidence? Or are they starting to feel the pressure with fans back in the building? Remember, they didn't have any fans last year. So is this a team that, let's face it, Michael, collectively, they have not won anything. Are they starting to feel some of the pressure of being at home with, pretty full ballparks for the first time in a long time, in the heat of a pennant race, where I saw a relaxed Blue Jay team walk in here in 3 games and own the Yankees, and a really good offensive team of the Yankees score 4 runs in 3 games against Toronto that doesn't have that great of a bullpen, Michael, and 3 of the 4 runs came off the bat of a 38-year-old.